Hey, wow, I just sat in on a Master Speaker Series event that was so incredibly powerful. Words could almost not describe, so I've been sitting out here for a little while thinking about what I want to share with you. So the speaker that I saw was a guy by the name of Geoffrey Canada, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Harlem Children's Zone. And his focus was on education and recycling our children and recognizing that they are our greatest natural resource over coal and solar and wind and natural gas. It's kids. He runs a program in Harlem that is, responsible for saving 10,000 children plus from the prison system, from a life of unemployment, a life of unhappiness and misery and non-productivity, and a life of not giving back to society. And then we all sit back and blame them for not giving back to society, though we, according to his numbers, our school year is the shortest of any in the Western world. Let's see, what else have we got here? 69% of young males who don't get their high school diploma are unemployed. 69%. And 25% of those go to prison. We spend billions of dollars a year on our prisons, and we have no problems with scaling it up to a grossly large size and scope, but we're afraid to do that with education. We don't we don't demand that our teachers are held accountable for failure. We accept failure in schools that have failed for 50 plus years. We expect parents to just figure out how to raise children, and then are surprised when their children are failing out of school and unable to understand how to act with other children. It's a remarkable story and an enlightenment moment to say that if we want a sustainable economy or culture or country, we really need to take care of these children and make a difference. And when he brought it back to sustainable schools, he made a great point. He said when children go to school in a dumpy school that's a mess and falling apart and is covered with walls that are falling apart, covered with graffiti and vandalized, the kids look at it and say, wow, it's true, nobody cares about me. If they would put me in this building. So when they walk into a sustainable school, they look around and say, wow, somebody actually cares about my existence and cares about my success and my future. That's how sustainable buildings and green schools work into this concept. So I encourage you to seek out his many books. His name is Geoffrey Canada. Google, I'm sure you'll find a list of his books that he's written, and really stop and think about that concept of children as our greatest natural resource. Thanks.